Good morning, this is Steve Carroll with Weekend Duty Guide Service. It's a cold morning in November. I'm sitting in front of the fireplace at home, and I wanted to shoot a video this morning to put in the tips section of the website. I've had a lot of clients ask me what kind of knot I use to join the fluorocarbon leader to braided line. And it's a knot I picked up after talking to some guys up in Massachusetts that cast with long spinning rods for striped bass off the rocks up on the coast. The knot is called the Crazy Alberto knot. So here we go. I start off with a piece of, this morning we're using a piece of 20-pound fluorocarbon. I'm going to join this piece of fluorocarbon to a piece of 80-pound braid. Typically I don't use 80-pound braid, but for the video this morning and for the knot to show up, I'm going to use 80 pound this morning. So I make a loop in the end of the fluorocarbon, pass this braid through there about 6 inches, and then crimp that with my finger and make 8 wraps around the fluorocarbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 8 wraps on top of those going back towards the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then passed back through. Whoops, he jumped off there. Passed back through the loop in the fluorocarbon. I wet that with a little saliva. Pull it down nice and snug from both directions. And now I'm going to snip off the tag end of the braid. And then snip off the tag end of the fluorocarbon. Now after you tie this, after you practice this a few times, you'll be able to tie this out in the boat, in the wind. It's the easiest knot that I've found for joining fluorocarbon and braid. It's also the strongest knot that I've found. Now this morning, like I said, we used 80-pound braid, and this knot is a lot bigger than I would normally use. On my hybrid rods, I use 20-pound braid, so this knot is a lot smaller with 20-pound braid than what we see here this morning. But you tie it exactly the same way.